Hello there. Today we're going to be determining the equation of a line. And by that, I mean I tell you something about a line. Maybe I give you the slope, maybe I give you a point, maybe I give you even more limited information, and you figure out what the equation of the line is. So this is the opposite of what we've been doing. So far, I've been giving you the equations of lines, and I've asked you to look at the equation and tell me what the slope is, or tell me what the y-intercept is, or the x-intercept. So now I give you the characteristics, you determine the line. So first let's remember what the three forms of a line that we know of are. First, we have slope-intercept, then we have standard, and then we have point slope. Okay, and remember lowercase m, that's your slope, so these two forms have the slope staring at you, this one doesn't. And this form, slope-intercept, has the y-intercept staring at you, these two do not. And point slope, here is the only one, let's focus please. Point slope is the only one that shows you a point, not necessarily the y-intercept, but a point that is also on the line. So keep in mind that if I ask you for the equation of a line based on some limited information, if I don't specify which of these three forms I want the line in, you get to pick. So you should know what the pros and cons of these forms are and choose accordingly whatever is the easiest or most efficient. But I may specify the form that I want, and then you don't have a choice. Okay, so for number one, I'm going to specify I want slope-intercept form, that's that one, of a line that has the following characteristics. Slope is 5 and y-intercept is 3. Okay, I'm starting off with a softball. So I've basically given you m, because that's the slope, and I've given you b, because that's the y-intercept. So in no time, you should know that the equation of this line is, is y equals 5x plus 3. Okay, but I don't want you to get too confident. I want you to think. There's stuff out there for you to know better. So now, I want standard form when the slope is -2 and the y-intercept is 6. Okay. Now when I ask for standard form, and I give you the slope and the y-intercept, remember, the standard form doesn't have the slope staring at you, nor does it have the y-intercept staring at you, but remember, we can transform between these two forms, slope-intercept and standard. It's not that hard, it takes 2 steps. So what I'm going to do is first write this in slope-intercept form, and after I get it on paper, I'll transform it into standard. So the slope-intercept form of this is very easy to get. There it is. And now I'm going to take this and put it in the standard form by adding 2x to both sides. Everything's in integers already, so it actually only took one step. So that's the equation of the line in standard form. And I'll box all the answers. Okay, next up, slope-intercept form. Slope is 1/2. There is a point on the line, -4, 9. I am not telling you the y-intercept, but I am telling you that there's a point -4, 9 on this line. Okay, so we know the slope, we know m, it's 1/2. The y-intercept, we do not know. So let's at least write down what we know. We know that m is 1/2, so I'll put 1/2 in. I don't know b, so I'll just leave b as b. Okay, so this is my unknown that I really need to know. I've got my slope. If I had values for x and y, I could solve for b, right? Oh, they're right here. So this is a point on the line, therefore I can stick -4 in for x and 9 in for y. And I can solve for b. B is 11. So now I do have my b. So the full equation is y equals 1/2 x plus 11. Okay, so when I pull back the information and I don't give you the y-intercept, but I give you some other point, plug in the slope, plug in the point where x and y are, solve for b, and then you'll know your b. Okay, now this time I'm going to give you the same type of information as I gave you in the third example, but this time I want it in point slope form. That's the third one up here. So I'll make the slope 2/3 and the point, I'm going to make it -5, 1. Point slope form. Here, I'll copy down the form here. Okay, good news is I have my slope already, so I can stick that in there. And here is where I can stick any point that is on the line. And I have a point that's on the line. And the minus -5 becomes x plus 5. Lo and behold, I am done. I didn't even have to do any calculations here. This one was super simple, but the reason it was super simple was I wanted point slope form. If I had asked for slope intercept form, you would have had to do the same stuff you did in example 3. Or if I had given you the choice of whatever form you want, and if you know it's point slope form, then I would have chosen point slope form. I mean, if I were you, I would have chosen point slope form because, as you can see, it's a lot less work. So point slope form is handy to know in these situations. Okay, in example 5, this time I'm going to be even more stringent and give you even more limited information. This time, I'm not even going to give you the slope of the line, which you may think that's totally unfair. No, it's not totally unfair, because I am going to give you 2 points on the line. Okay, and this time I want slope-intercept. So since I did not give you the slope, you got to find the slope on your own, which you can do because I have 2 points. And you can go back to your slope formula, which we haven't used in a while, to calculate the slope. There's y2 minus y1. There's x2 minus x1. Oh, we're so lucky it's an integer. No, I designed it that way. Alright, so m is -5. I don't have the y-intercept, but remember, if I have a slope and a point, and I have more than I need, because I have 2, I can do it, because I can just stick one of these 2 points here. So I'll just take a second one. No reason why I did that, just felt like it. And b ends up being 830 plus b. Just checking. Yeah, that's right. B ends up being -22. So my equation is y equals, slope is -5 x minus 22. Now, if I had instead asked for point slope, then at the point where you get the slope is -5, you're pretty much done, because in point slope, I don't need the y-intercept. So if I ask for point slope, after you got -5 as a slope, you could have stuck in this point, y minus 8, -5, x plus 6, and then you're done. But since I didn't, you had to do this work as well to get that. And then for good measure, if I ask for standard, then when you got here, you would have had to do one more thing, which is add 5x to both sides. And then you have your standard. Okay, one more example, same type as this, we're going to do. Okay, I don't give you the slope, but I give you 2 points, so let's find that slope. y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. Okay, so -7/2. Let's put that slope in. Now let's put a point in. I'm picking the second one again. No particular reason. That's 45/2 for b. Slope, y-intercept. In slope-intercept form, we have y equals -7/2x plus 45/2. In point slope, and then in standard, this isn't standard yet, right? Why isn't it? Because I have to make sure these are all integers. So I'm going to multiply through by a 2. And this is why I wanted to do one more, because when you have a fraction for a slope, that ensures you're going to have this extra step at the end when you're changing into standard form. To get rid of the denominators, and just making sure I did that right. Yeah, so this is slope-intercept, point slope, standard. Okay, so that's determining equation of a line. Have a good day. We will see you soon. Bye-bye.